Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I got another one about those bees we added in yesterday's snapshot. Together with Red and Alan, we've been figuring out an efficient honey farm. So this is the final version, but I would also like to mention again that at the moment the mechanic is broken. You could just dispense bottles with a dispenser at the bee nest every time and you get honey. But it's not the intended way for this to work. The intended way is that the honey level needs to fill up to 5 using the bees. Then you would empty the bee nest and yeah, you would need to do this again. At the moment the mechanic is broken, this will surely be fixed. Alright, so the first thing we actually tried yesterday is to make a one wide tileable design, but this doesn't work because of the bee pathfinding. The bees would only try to go into certain honeycombs, not all of them, so this design is not really efficient. There's always a ton more extra bees flying around, but they won't enter empty bees nests. Also another point is, at the moment turned out that the bee nest is the only block that works. The beehive, which you can craft, so this one here, at the moment doesn't fill up with honey. So I need to use the bee nest at the moment. Alright, then let's check out the farm over here again. So the way this works is, you can detect the honey level using comparator. Once we reach signal strength 5, you would activate the dispenser that shoots out a glass bottle. So this works because the dispenser is completely filled up with glass bottles already, and the honey bottle has no space and therefore gets shot out. To collect it, just put a hopper directly below the bee's nest, and this would reliably pick up the honey bottle each time. The farm is rather slow, since it always takes 2400 ticks or 2 minutes until the bees would actually exit the bee's nest again. So we basically have 2 teams of bees. At most 3 can enter the bee's nest. That's why we have teams of 3 that basically take turns. So the ones that are currently in the bee's nest produce the honey. It takes 2 minutes, and meanwhile the other team is pollinating the flower. You can see that if it's successful, that behind they have the pollen. Yeah, so you can also see one flower is really enough. So within 2 minutes all of those bees will have the pollen, and as soon as the ones leave the bee's nest, the other 3 will enter. So because of those pathfinding issues, it's also not a good idea to build the farms too close together. So if we try to have a farm with a bee's nest every second block and dividing blocks in between, but that still didn't work. So judging from the code, the best idea is to build those farms at least 5 blocks apart from each other. One trick you can use is actually to use chunk borders, because bees would only try to search for a bee's nest within the same chunk. So I think we had a version somewhere that was built on a chunk corner. Not sure it is. Was it removed? I think it was this one here. Yep. So if you build it on a chunk corner, then you can put it closer together, as long as the bees are within the same chunk as the bee's nest. Oh yeah, one more thing, we're actually using a tall flower here, because they count as 2 blocks. So there's basically like 2 flowers. Alright, so here's how you could build the farm. So first you need a bee's nest. You can get those using a silk touch tool. Alright, then we also need a dispenser pointing into it from this side. On that side, you're gonna place down a grass block for the flower later. Then here we need an observer facing this way and one facing downwards. Here we need a comparator, redstone dust, and on the other side a comparator as well, and in the back a composter. So basically just need a signal strength of 4 here. So only if you reach signal strength 5, the observer would detect that. Okay, then we need a sticky piston at the bottom. Right there. Observer here in front, facing up, and a block below the dispenser. Right here below we can actually put down a hopper that transports the honey out. Yeah, you can put down a chest, or as a storage container or barrel right here. And Then we also need to encase everything. So the sides here need to be open so that bees could exit the bee's nest again. In the back you can also put down a hopper to fill up the dispenser. You also need to fill it up completely with glass bottles. Okay, surround it. Let's put down the flower. So I would recommend to use a tall flower. You could also use small flowers instead. I mean, there's actually some extra space here to put on even more flowers, but one is actually enough. Okay, let's continue with the encasing. Oh, one block higher, sorry. There we go. And now we want to get your bees in, so we need 6 in total. You can also breed those, so you can get 2 in, start breeding them, and so on. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that one got out. Let's get a new one. There we go, now they're trapped. Alright, so now it shouldn't take long until to get the pollen and would enter the beehive. And then your farm is already ready to produce honey. You will be able to take it out of this chest here. In a similar way, you can also farm honeycomb, but here you need, instead of glass bottles, shears in the dispenser. And let me actually quickly set block a bee's nest with fill level of 5. But here the problem is that one hopper wouldn't be enough to pick up the 3 honeycombs you get. You can see, only picks up 1. And here you would need to glitch in a minecart into the bee's nest. So let me quickly do that. Let's actually get a new filled up one first. So just need a couple of rails and do this trick here. And if you glitch in the minecart, so I have to do this because this block isn't movable, then the next time you will get all 3 of them. Alright, so the rest would be the same. You can also put the minecart actually below it, but this wouldn't work right now with this design here, because we have the observer below that is getting moved. But technically, just having a minecart below would be enough. docm is actually also working on a similar concept at the moment, so check out his channel. I think he has a honeycomb farm where you don't need to glitch in the minecart. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.